Greetings, YouTube followers. I believe it's afternoon here. Yep, 12:39. I almost said good morning. Might be good morning wherever you're at, because I do think I'm getting a global audience, even though the audience is very small at this point. This is going to be my last birthday trip update, as I am actually coming to you from my balcony in Fort Worth, Texas. It's almost warm enough to be out here, but I got bare feet on the concrete. I'm trying to do a little grounding today. But first of all, I want to thank the new subscribers over the last several weeks or months. Well, really anybody. This channel is not that old, so if you subscribed already, I really appreciate it. If you haven't, please, I think it's on this side. There's a little round thing. If you click on that, it'll take you to the subscribe link, and then you can hit the little bell beside it, as I just had somebody tell me that they never get notified when I post anything. If you hit that bell, there are some options. You can be notified for all, personalized, or you can set it up, I think, how you want. I think you can even have it tell you where to notify you. Like I said, I am out on my balcony, and I can hear the road traffic going by. I hope it doesn't come through these little earplugs too much. Fortunately, the neighbor's air conditioner has turned off, so there was a constant hum in the background when I first came out. I've actually got my screen door open, letting the air come in the house. I just hope the pollen is not too bad and I don't start sneezing or having a runny nose or something. But I do think that eating the way I'm eating could, over time, help reduce my allergic reactions to the springtime hay fever. I'm going to try to wrap up the last few days of my Branson birthday trip 2021 in this video with a lead-in that for my birthday I bought myself a keto made simple masterclass that Dr. Westman puts on. I will go into that into more detail in the next video, but I thought if I'm going to be sharing information, I should be getting information from the giants in the field. And Dr. Westman is a true giant in this field. He is a clinical researcher, a doctor, MD doctor, and a professor at Duke University / Medical Center. He has been seeing over 8,000 patients over the last 20 years and treating them all with a ketogenic diet. According to him and many others in the field, this way of eating can cure almost any ailment of modern society. Speaking of ailments of modern society and modern medicine, let me do a brief update on the little incident I had the first week I was in Branson, or the incidents, I should say. Following Dr. Mabry's advice that it was potentially an aneurysm, I went to the ER in Branson and had a CAT scan with contrast. Fortunately, it turned up I did not have a stroke, I did not have an aneurysm. Actually, they could find nothing wrong in my brain, so that's good. And I really didn't have any more episodes. There was some concern as I was driving over the mountains to come home that maybe the elevation would set it off, but the only time it kind of began to start up was after Beth arrived and I was kind of being a tour guide. We walked the length of the landing, I guess you call it a boardwalk, and then walked back what they call the boulevard, the row between the shops. And within about 50 feet of the car, it kind of, I started feeling it down here. But we got to the car fast enough that I could sit down, and then it didn't bother me anymore. I have requested my PCP here at JPS to send a referral to the neurologist, and hopefully I'll hear something from them today or tomorrow about getting in and having them review the scan that I got done in Missouri. So the last few days, Beth arrived about 5:30 on Thursday. She brought some delicious gourmet hamburger patties. They already had bacon and cheese ground in them. Oh boy, and they were good. So we each had 2 of those for dinner. And then the next morning was my birthday. So we got up and we went to the Creation Experience Museum, which I had been to the week before, but I wanted her to be able to see that unique experience, and it was. I think she enjoyed it. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you saw our picture in front of the big dinosaur. That's their photo op section. Then after that, we had my traditional birthday meal. We went over to Starvin' Marvin's, which I found was a very good restaurant I'd never been to before in Branson. But they have a buffet at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Different buffet, of course, each time. They change it out. But we both ordered off the menu because I wanted crab legs, and I ordered a pound of crab legs. Didn't come with anything, or I didn't ask for anything on it, just the butter and the crab legs, and they were good. They were a whole lot better than that silly casino I stopped at on the way up. Beth got some pulled pork, no buns, no french fries, so the waitress brought us each a bowl of coleslaw, which I ate at the time until I just heard Dr. Westman say that coleslaw at restaurants always has sugar in it. But since it was my birthday, I wasn't really concerned about carbs that day. Yes, I fell way off the wagon, and it gets worse at dinner. But a little bit of sugar in with the cabbage and the coleslaw is not going to be anything to worry about unless you eat gobs of it every day. So after that, we went to the Inspiration Tower, which is a tall tower with a zip line on the highest point in southwestern Missouri. You could, on a clear day, and I think this was a clear day, they said you could see into Arkansas, which is only about 16 miles from Branson. So we took some pictures. We watched a couple of people scream as they sat in the chair that goes half a mile on the zip line. I didn't think with my current health situation and those incidents happening that doing a zip line would be the best thing for me. Beth seems to be a big zip line person, and I'd have been okay if she did it, but she opted not to. And then we went back to the landing, bought some tickets for Luke's show, the TV show, on Friday night. And then we went to the College of the Ozarks for dinner. Here again, sort of kind of being on track, and then sort of kind of saying it's your birthday so you can do what you want. I was very impressed with Beth. She kind of held the line, even though she did eat some of those wonderful rolls and biscuits the students make. If you didn't catch it in another video, the College of the Ozarks is nicknamed Hard Work University because the students have no debt when they leave. The whole concept is you come and you get your degree and you work on the farm, on the college, or you work in the restaurant or the gift shop or the hotel. And it's I think they call it work study at some other schools, but it's mandatory for everybody at College of the Ozarks. And then they have no tuition. They have no room and board. They might have to buy books, I'm not sure, but generally they get out of school debt-free with a 4-year degree. And they are all the nicest, sweetest waiters and waitresses you'll ever have, and they make some awesome food. So I ended up with the prime rib, which was a special that night. And I think it came with a baked potato. And I don't remember if there was something else on the plate or not, but I ate maybe half the baked potato with lots of sour cream and butter. And then, of course, there was horseradish with the prime rib. And I don't remember. Oh, Beth, I think, got a club sandwich with turkey and bacon and cheese and maybe avocado on a croissant with some French fries. So I helped her a little bit with her French fries, and I think most of them got thrown away. But then, of course, they brought me a wonderful piece of, looked like a scoop almost of chocolate cake. And homemade whipping cream, or whipped cream. It was very good. Of course, we had to eat that, and about 8 of the servers sang happy birthday with a God bless you in the middle of it. Beth got a video of it. I think I posted it on my Facebook, but if not, I'll get it up. I didn't turn too terribly red, but I've been out of ketosis for days, if not weeks at this point. I hit 0.3 last night, which according to some people is back in ketosis. Most people prefer 0.5. And I'll get into a little more that Dr. Westman says you don't even need to be in ketosis to lose weight. That some people never get into it, but I'll go into that more in a video where I talk about his program and the changes I'm going to make over the next 3 weeks while this program is active. But thank you for watching. That's a recap of the last 48 hours in Branson. Oh, the show, Luke's show, was very good. The Branson Country USA, they have a website. You can look it up. Of course, it's not posted live. This one will probably come out in about 3 months. I can't say that the guy that claimed he was doing Texas honky tonk did anything exceptional. He said, that's how we do it in Texas. I'm thinking, not in my part of Texas. I didn't recognize his style, and he wasn't the best singer. But anyway, he was good enough to make it on TV with this show. And if you want to watch some country stuff that highlights the different shows in Branson, go to the Branson Country USA channel and see something there. The next morning, Beth had mentioned at some point that they didn't have Cracker Barrel restaurants in Minnesota, or maybe one, but she didn't get to it very often, and that was kind of her go-to restaurant when she was in Orlando. So we saw there was one in Branson. I had lots of gift cards for Cracker Barrel. So we said, why not? We're already out of ketosis. Let's just have one more meal and then get on the road. Well, we pulled into the parking lot, and I tell you, that must have been an hour wait. As typical, Cracker Barrel was busy on a Saturday morning. So I said, let's just go back to Starvin' Marvin's and get the breakfast buffet. We can get eggs, bacon, sausage, ham, and skip the fruit, the yogurt, the French toast, the pancakes, everything else that is not on the night. So that was a good start to getting back to our way of eating, because we just had the acceptable breakfast foods. Oh, and I have eggs on the stove boiling now, so I probably need to wrap this up. Since I'm out here, I can't really hear them. I can hear everything else. But yes, it was a memorable and basically relaxing 2 weeks in Branson. I think I'm healthier now, even though I'm probably out of ketosis, and I gained 4 pounds, even though I've dropped about a pound since I got back over the last couple days. So I'm back on track, not quite where I want to be, but for 56 years old, I'm healthier than I was at 50. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the subscribe button. I'd love a comment down below. The next one will be more about ketosis and keto and carnivore way of eating. This was just a recap of my trip, where we varied from the plan quite a bit. But you have to do that when you're celebrating. It won't hurt you as much as doing it every day. God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.